you.
So, so tell me a little about kind of what went through your mind.
Oh, just I was weighing the consequences of engaging with the safety of not engaging, but also then the value of engaging, and it being late in the metro. I definitely had my guard up, and I definitely felt suspicious being approached because I didn't know what you wanted. I was hoping just directions.
I look really intimidating too.
You don't know. Like you said, you don't know. And it being late at night, I just didn't. I'm not. That's definitely when I have my guard up the most. When I'm least inclined to actively want to engage with strangers.
And I almost thought you had your guard down because you had your book. You kind of seemed a little into your book as you stood there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I also just come from a friend's event, so it's been very social. So maybe I was still riding the social buzz. I had a couple glasses of wine. That tends to make me chatty.
Well, the other thing is too is maybe even though you might have been uncomfortable, I guess what it says about your characters, you came across though as that you weren't panicking or you weren't, because I think you came across very comfortable, which is good. But it's interesting to know. I think everyone feels you're suspicious, right?
Yeah.
So what changed? What happened? You want to give this money back now?
Oh, yeah. Well, like I was saying, at first I was very excited about it because, I was like thinking, free money for nothing. That means I can do whatever I want with it, because it's like it never happened. So I can spend this money without feeling guilty. That was what I initially thought. But then the more that I thought about it, the more I realized it's actually the opposite. Because you had talked about other people that you had met, and I was thinking about why I deserved that money, and $10 is nothing. It's like 3 coffees, 2 really cheap drinks. I don't need $10. It doesn't make a difference in any huge way for me, or in any way that I really felt like I especially deserved. I don't know. And so I just started thinking about how I had to make it count, or how, I don't know, it's like the money became very heavy to me. And so then I thought, well, if you have a very specific reason that you feel strongly about behind each one of these $10 bills, I figure I'd just give it back to you. Appreciate the exercise and the many conversations that I've had now with my friends about what I should do with the $10.
What were some of the ideas?
Well, some of them were like, you're being really neurotic, go buy yourself a drink. And then some people said, well, why don't you just donate it to a charity of your own choice, your own choosing. But I sort of wanted to give it back to this project, since that's where the whole conversation was started.
I'll tell you what I tell most people when they offer to give it back, is that most people, when they offer to give it back, they want me to do something with it. They have an intention. They want me to give it to someone else. They want me, I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's give it to someone else. And the word after that is usually give it to someone else who deserves it or who needs it. And what I usually tell them is that I can do that, but I only have a certain circle of, I'm only out so many hours a day. I only see a certain circle of people. But the people I come in contact with have a whole other sphere, a whole other, kind of area. Which I think you live near Capitol Hill, right? So I live in this neighborhood. So you'll come in contact with people that I don't normally. And if you wanted to not keep it and you wanted to pass it on, that's usually what I suggest, is that people find somebody in their own area and do something that they're gonna, that that'll mean something to them. Because give that back, of course I can take it. It's always nice to receive things, and I would be generous, or I'd be, very appreciative. But I'd like you to think about it, and think about, what if you would do something with someplace else? It would just make the project actually go further than if give it to me. because I'll go up to Tenleytown and find someone on the metro, like I did you.
Really, what you're saying is you don't want the extra work.
I don't know if I would say that, whereas I would say a lot of other people have wanted the work to actually do it, because I do it every day. It's not extra work for me. I will do it the next day. I'll do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, and I've done it the last 352 days. So it's not really extra work for me. But I do find that people don't almost want that burden, because it's like a decision, or then it's hard to go up to someone and give it to them. Maybe a homeless person is not as hard. They'll probably be willing to have it, or a street sense vendor or something. I don't know. What do you think?
This is what you... Well, because I was thinking that I would give it to you, and then I know you're asking for donations for the party. So I figured it would be useful in that sense.
You're trying to get out of this.
Oh, yeah.
And you're welcome. Again, I'm not gonna. You can do. At the end of the day, you decide what you do with this, and that's fine.
Right. Oh, right. I know.
All right. Do you have a decision?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. All right. I won't try anymore. All right. Thanks, Molly.